Well,
What's going on? YouTube, Facebook. This is Coach Derek with my man Manny Fresh. And this morning we got Mike. What you compete at?
114, 123.
Yeah, I know it was a bunch of little weights you was able to do.
Yeah.
Mike Angeletti. What's going on, brother?
What's good? Good morning.
good morning. Good morning.
First off, you a New Orleans transplant too?
Yeah, moved during Katrina. Yeah,
Man, we came over here and got comfortable in a motherfucker.
and go back.
Yeah. And damn that. I'm staying right here.
Mm-hmm.
How old were you, man?
I was when Katrina I was 9.
Were you boxing or no? You found boxing here?
I started boxing in Houston. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I grew up boxing in the 80s, but there wasn't no gyms in the 90s or 2000s, man, that I know of. And so a lot of
No
guys
boxing in New Orleans at all. Louisiana, period, ain't big on boxing like that now.
Yeah, a lot of people came here and found the gyms, man, and became very successful, man. Well, tell me about it, bro. What side of town and stuff he got here and came on?
Out of New Orleans, where I was from. Oh, here.
Well, once you moved here.
Once I moved here, I moved to Spring area. And,
okay.
I was in Conroe. I was in Conroe first.
Right.
And then after my parents found a stable job, we moved to Spring.
Okay.
So yeah, I started going to school in Conroe first.
What's the first gym you found? How you ended up boxing?
Man, I was playing basketball. I played all sports, but I was playing basketball, and I got dropped off at AAU basketball practice, and I didn't feel like playing basketball. My parents dropped me off, and so they expect me to just walk into the facility and go to practice. Long story short, I ain't go to practice. I skipped practice, and I went roaming around or whatever on the boxing gym. And then Ramon Sosa was my first coach. It was the guy Ramon Sosa or whatever, and he told me to come in and check it out, stuff like that. So after the day was over, after it was time to pick me up, I told my mama, I was like, I don't play basketball no more, and that was it. I've been boxing since.
Is it
What was their response when you said you wanted to box over boxing? Were they worried or concerned, or they were?
My dad wasn't worried. My mom was a little worried, but they was like, "Man, we just paid for all this basketball jerseys, uniforms, and stuff. Man, you should switch on it." But yeah,
it was Sosa who had the gym you still at, right? It was the same location.
Nah, it was a different location. It was in Legends. It was the Legends Sports Complex.
That complex, yeah, I remember that.
I don't think it's up no more. Or they doing something different with it, but back then that's where it was at. It was in Legends, and then he moved. He transferred to another spot, and I stayed with him.
I think we did the Horn tournament in that place a couple times.
Yeah.
Legends Sports Complex. That was a nice place.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, Chaletti's gym, which I think that's the place he ended up.
Right.
That's a nice ass gym too, man.
Yeah.
That's a real good place, man. So how long did you box with Sosa?
I boxed with Sosa for about my first 5 years in boxing.
You was around there when his wife tried to kill him, bro?
Yeah.
Man, that's insane. Man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that's crazy, bro. So first 5 years, so you was what, 14 when you was boxing a while?
I started when I was 12. So
okay. Yeah. Okay.
So when I hit 17, I started moving around looking for another because of the circumstances, the situation he was going through and stuff like that. So I had to do what's best for me.
I'd have got the fuck out of there too.
Yeah.
Nah. Sosa's my partner, man. I know him real well. He got met here years ago. What So you end up having to look for another gym. What you found? Who you found?
I started boxing with Fighter Nation, David, Coach David, and
Parade?
James Green and Kelvin Green. Termite.
Hey, man,
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Fighter Nation Termite Watson?
Mm-hmm.
man, where's David at, man? That's my dude, bro.
I know they had split up. He had got his own gym, Rise
Yeah.
Gym, and
That was nice too.
yeah, he had a nice gym. Yeah,
I ain't
like
seen
MMA section and then everything. Yeah,
I ain't seen that dude in a couple of years now, man. I really like that guy.
yeah, they cool.
Yeah, man. So, but that was a hike, man. Was you living on the east side, or you just was going there every day?
Man, I was driving there every day. From the spring. That was an hour and a half there and back.
Yeah, man. That kind of proved you was gonna be a fighter regardless, huh?
Yeah, I had to get it. I had to get it in. Yeah, that's what it was.
So you was with David and them for how long? You said?
I probably with David and them for 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years.
So you gaining all kind of experience, man, between Sosa and going by Fighter Nation. Was you still there when he went do Rise or no? You was gone by that time?
I was out. I was gone. Yeah.
And where you ended up after that?
I ended up with Ryan Collins. Because they had some stuff going on or whatever like that. And so Fighter Nation and David, they kind of split up. And so I was back a free agent because I was like, you know what I'm saying? I would have to pick between. So I was just like, I'm too young to be going through all this moving back and forth type stuff.
Right.
I was just a free agent. So I'm moving a little closer to home. But Ryan Collins here a little closer.
Which gym were you with? Which gym he had when you was with him? The location.
He was like in the little warehouse. I don't know. It was off
45 in the belt.
Yeah, the Beltway. Yeah.
That's when he had his own gym.
Ryan Collins did.
Yeah.
I remember that spot. Okay,
Q was over there for a minute with me.
Yeah, that's how I know that spot.
Yeah, Joseph George was over there. Cedric Washington. Yeah.
Jericho was over there too, right?
Yeah, Jericho was over there. Eric Briggs, the heavyweight dude.
Yeah. So I mean, think, man. So David, Souls. That's three different.
Ron Collins, yeah.
That's three very different styles of boxing too. You was picking up stuff everywhere you was going.
Oh yeah, that's how you learn. That's how you get better. But I mean, where I'm at right now is I'm good where I'm at right now.
And that's another spot. And that's that's a different style too.
Where you at right now?
Coach Rudy Silva.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you walk into his gym?
Before I even went to Ryan Collins' gym, Fighter Nation, I was trying to get over there with Rudy. He saw me, and Rudy, how he was back then, he didn't really want to take no other fighters or whatever like that. Everybody wanted to go to his gym. He had all the champions. He had his son, both his sons. He had a couple different champions over there, national champions and stuff like that. And everybody wanted to get over there. But he saw me, he saw my skill. He was like, he'd take me in. But at the time, I was still young. So driving all the way over there, still, my parents were like, man, that's just a drive. We need to, because I had just at the time started driving. And so they was like, man, we need to find somewhere else. And so long story short, I wound up not making that move. I wound up going to David and them gym. But then came around, I got older enough. I was driving for a minute now at the time, and so that's the spot we moved. We moved over there with Rudy.
Now you've had the opportunity to travel the world already. You've been to Poland, you've been to Ireland, you've been to Bulgaria, you've been to Russia. Mm-hmm. How did things change? How did things change for you from when you were with Sosa, you were with David, you were with Ron, and those are all great coaches. But then you transition over to Rudy. How did your boxing games change, if any, from your first three coaches to Rudy?
Well, man, the main thing with Rudy is for some reason with the other coaches, they all great coaches. I learned everything from them. But our chemistry, he tell me to do something, I'm on it. With the other coaches, I hesitate with it. He tell me to throw a jab. He telling me to throw a 1-2 or whatever. I'm hesitating when I'm throwing. I don't really believe in it. But Rudy tell me to do something. I don't know what it is. I'm just doing it.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I know exactly what it is. He knows what the fuck he's telling you. Believe it. Listen, just you having the and like you said, it's no slight to no other coaches,
right.
but you having the want, because you see, because clearly you see the fighters, the success he has, what he built. You want to be there. So when he say, run through that fucking wall, you put your head down and run through the wall.
Right.
That's and it's necessary to be successful. You know that, son. So that's all that was, bro. It was trust out the gate because it's where you wanted to be.
Yeah, I guess I seen his other fighters. They successful, so I might as well. Hey, I'm gonna throw it too, or whatever he tell me, I'm gonna do it too.
That's like my little green kid Danger, who came to me. He wanted to be there. I don't gotta convince him of nothing. He goes and does it because he wants to be there, and we got that rapport. So that's what it is, man. That's all it is. Which is in my opinion, that's a hell of a coach to be listening to. He's one of the best. So you're not doing wrong by if you say jump. All right, let's. But you gotta, man. I don't know him that well, but I know him. How does Jeff fit in and how, at his gym? What's the deal with that? Is it proximity, or I know he's very involved with you, right?
Oh yeah, that's my boy. That's my coach too. Thing is, I was with Rudy, and like I said, the chemistry is all the way there. Jeff, what happened with Jeff was he took the gym from Sosa back then. Like whenever Sosa decided to make that move, but I was already with Rudy. I had the chemistry. I believed in him, everything like that. So main thing is, the proximity. I live about 10 minutes away from Jeff's gym, rather than traveling to the Heights or Athletic every time I see Rudy. They both on the same page. Everybody on the same page. So
how does I know Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong. He's from Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a whole nother. Is it a whole nother flavor of boxing or what?
Yeah, he do things different. They both got their own style, and so all I'm doing is I'm gaining both. They do mix different, they think different, so it's just a whole bunch of different stuff.
I'm for that, man.
Yeah. I'm
for that, man, because it's nice to have different eyes, in different especially if they work well together, right? Mm-hmm. So if it's no problem, yeah, man, that can be an advantage,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're talking about boxing styles. I know with different coaches, you have different boxing styles. And Derek, this is a question for you. But is it dependent on the area too? Is there a thing like East Coast boxing, West Coast boxing, South?
Yeah.
Or is it coaching because the coaches are in certain areas? Or
I find if you're asking me, I find different areas of the country or different. And when you say different, every trainer is different, I guess. Right. Or bring something that you could have a trainer. Take for instance, Termite, right, is a Kenny Weldon trained fighter. Rudy is a Kenny Weldon / another guy's style of fighter. And those two trainers couldn't be more different from the outside looking in, seeing their product too. It's different. Now, Mike could tell us because he was over there at Fighter Nation a little bit. So that would make David an offshot of that Weldon Termite thing. And so is Rudy, but it's different. It's different product. You know what I'm saying? They fighters is different. So you take the East Coast is more defensive minded. You take the West Coast is more offensive minded. You take where I'm from, we're very what they would call old school right? Defense, boxer punchers, and Texas got his own thing. Yeah, I think different parts of the country got its own thing, and then inside the area, you're gonna have different trainers getting it out different, man. So yeah, absolutely it's different, man. So with him having a guy from a whole nother state, it's like me, right? There ain't no other me's here. There's none. There's nobody teaching what I'm teaching or how I do it because I'm from somewhere else, right? And so when I came here, I look it's different eyes on everything, right? And I understand what they do here, and I see where I differ. So I'd imagine having Jeff for Mike. So you got Rudy, who's one of the best out of Houston. Done produce Olympians and national champions up out the ass. And then he got some other eyes coming from Oklahoma, which I don't know. The only person I know from Oklahoma is Tommy Morrison, I think was from Oklahoma. And he basically just was a knock you the fuck out. So I don't know. I don't know too much about Oklahoma, but yeah, absolutely different areas, man, of the country, man. Is absolutely is different style of boxing. I know everybody like to say hit and don't get hit. That shit's too simple. Everybody knows that. You fight, you don't want to get hit. That's dumb. That's how you lose.
Mike, and so Michael, talking about what coach is referencing, how who have you picked up? What style of boxing have you liked and picked up and you really started to develop?
Like what style of boxing you want me to compare myself like?
Oh. So what do you look from all the different coaches? From the different coaches that you've had, what's the style that you picked up on the most?
I'm my size. I'm tall, and I'm long, so I'm a pure boxer. I'm just a pure boxer. Hit, don't get hit. Stay long, stay behind my jab. Defense, keep it tight. Footwork. Yeah, I'm a pure boxer. I'm just pure boxer. But if it get like that, then we can get like that with the banging. Yeah, I can bang too. So.
So you had plans. You had plans for the 2020 Olympics, right? What's the update for the Olympics? Did they reschedule or what's going on with that?
Yeah,
Mike about to go pro, man.
Yeah, I'm about to go pro.
Okay.
But they rescheduled to 2021 sometime in the summer.
Did you have plans to go to the 2020?
I did.
Yeah, and then COVID messed up the Olympics. So you guys went ahead and said, okay, fuck it, let's go, let's turn pro.
Yeah, I actually fought in the Olympic trials. I lost in the Olympic trials, and so I kind of that was my I wanted to turn pro right after that.
Okay.
Olympic trials, yeah.
You what's the plan, man? I'm sure Rudy. Have you signed anything? Is Duncan gonna manage you or nothing?
No manager, no nothing. We just been talking to a couple people. We got a couple things.
Right.
They shot at me, but we ain't signed them. We just being patient.
Yeah, you with the right dude, bro. He's gonna run you right. He's experienced. He'll tell you what to do and what not to do. You know.
Yeah.
And Rudy's a very thorough. I mean, I consider he and I friends, man. So you know, Rude is very thorough, bro. He'll explain it like, look, if we do this. If we do that, this, you know that. I mean, y'all got the relationship. You with the right guy, bro.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a time in boxing, bro, because with this hole, man, all you can do is just stay. You a gym rat though, huh?
Yeah, I stay in the gym. Yeah, I stay in the gym all around.
Yeah, man. It's a hell of a time to try to get a career started and all that, or you could look at it as a blessing, you know, and be like, we ain't gotta run and do. We ain't gotta. We can walk down the hill. We ain't gotta run down the hill. You know. But what side? Where you from in New Orleans, bro?
I was born in Marrero. Yeah, I was born in Marrero, but I was raised, back and forth from my parents. My dad, he from the 9th Ward, Desire. I was raised in a feet, 6th Ward.
I'm a Ames Boulevard boy, man. I'm from Aurora, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I liked your ass, man, for some reason. You was born right.
Good bone, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm from, bro. Aurora.
Yeah.
So you came here, man, flipped your whole life, man. Went from basketball to football. Basketball to boxing. And look at you now. How many fights you got, man?
Shit,
Roughly,
yeah, about 120 probably. A little bit over 100 probably. Yeah, something like that.
How's I also seen was that recent? Y'all had a child or you having one?
Oh, you about to put my business out there like that?
Oh, my bad. Oh, I thought you was married or something. My bad, bro.
Nah. Look, I am married, but I be keeping my personal life. Yeah, I be keeping it private.
Oh shit.
But nah, I mean, shit. Yeah, I got one on the way, and I'm married. Yeah, we about to make 2 years. Yeah,
man, that's beautiful. I'm all for that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in that. She wants you to let everybody know y'all married. Believe that.
Nah. She like me. She like to keep it private. We don't want that negative energy.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
We don't want all that. But I mean, yeah.
These idiots, man, they attack anything for anything, right?
Mm-hmm. Due in October, baby boy.
Oh, y'all know.
October?
Oh, yeah, we know. Yeah, she's 7 months in a week.
Alhamdulillah, man. That's all right. It's gonna be a whole new life, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. So your parents is here, man. Any other your family stay for Katrina or
no? Mainly the older people, my aunts and my uncles. I got some of them moved to Houston, but the older folks they stayed back. They didn't wanna come.
What was your experience, man, in Colorado, man? As a whole, how did you like it? What the goods, the bads, the uglies, anything? What was your experience on the national team?
The experience is cool. You got a lot of traveling. Didn't have to pay for nothing, and I got paid on top of that. Right. So, I mean, that was the good part of it. The training, the coaches was cool. Me and Kay got a good relationship. He cool. The only thing I didn't like, of course, I'm a big dude. I like making that weight at 114. I should have never been at 114, but one time I got to 114. I was cutting weight for 123, and cut too much, and I was like 118. I was like, man, let me just see what this 114 talking about. So I was just like, whatever, let's just go adventure. So I did that. I made 114, and I wound up winning my first national tournament at 114. So I was like, man, I could see how long I could make this last, and so
maintain. Yeah.
And so I wound up making a team for 114, and that's what it's been. I've been on the team since 2017. But yeah, I should have never been at that weight in the first.
Yeah, because how tall are you, man?
5'9".
Yeah, you're not a little guy, bro, for that weight, man.
Yeah, I was beating all these dudes at 114. I was 50%. I don't even know. They ain't even see me. So yeah. Yeah, I was beating all these dudes at 50% of what I really can do.
Looking at boxing, bro, is there any? Who would you say is your as far as being a fan? It seemed like you came to boxing organically. It wasn't like you was a big fight fan or nothing, or in your family or anything, right? You just wandered into the gym.
Yeah, but I mean, I did. My dad, he like Roy Jones. Roy Jones probably influenced me a little bit more. After I got in the gym, and then Roy Jones probably.
How old are you, Mike?
I'm 23. Y'all
generation, bro. I say from your age to 10 years up, man. Roy Jones was a huge influence, huh?
Really?
Like he was the guy.
Yeah,
he was the guy,
man. Yeah, I think he prime the best in his prime. I think he could be anybody at he was up to light heavyweight, but middleweight, and I think he could be anybody in his prime.
What did you like about him as far as his strengths? What aspects of Roy was that locked you in?
He talked. He was a trash talker. That pulled me in right there.
He was a showman for real.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. And I mean, he was just besides his skills, he was real explosive. He didn't do your typical. He didn't have all the technique. He was just quick. He was doing stuff that other people couldn't do because he was just real athletic. That's all.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Well, you know what you was looking at. That I liken Roy to the elite type fighters who's so athletically gifted. You know, so much better than everybody, just natural.
Right. Yeah.
It was really amazing to watch him pull off the shit that you can't pull off unless you that guy. You know what I'm saying? So in educated fighters, it had to be a frustrating. I'll tell you a story, man. My buddy, man, that I came up with, he was pro in light heavyweight. He was a southpaw. I don't know if you remember when Roy went on this southpaw tear where he was fighting a bunch of southpaws, man, for like a year or two. And so they contacted my homeboy, and he was like, "Man, I'm finna go to Florida, man. They gonna, $2,000 a week. I think he was supposed to go for 3 weeks." And me not never being a Roy Jones fan and knowing my guy was such a puncher, right? I'm like, man, when you get down there, man, go at that motherfucker, man. You got to go. He said, yeah, man, fuck all that. So he left, and about a week later, he came back. He said, man, I couldn't even see this motherfucker, man. I said, how you do, man? Man, fuck that, bro. And he kind of reaffirmed everything you could see anyway. You know, you can see the motherfucker be in a bad position. He's sitting there laying in front of you, and you just can't put a glove on him, man. And
you think some fighters are just born in the right era, in the right time? I think Roy Jones is one of those fighters that was just born at the right time where he was able to do the things that he did against the people that he did.
I think Roy Jones would have been good at fucking double dutch. I don't give a fuck what it is. He would have been good at anything.
I think he would have been. Yeah.
I think
anybody right now too.
His dad was a boxer, right? His dad was boxing, right? And so he just was born into that. But Roy would have been lawn dart champion. It don't fucking matter what it would have been. I don't think, because you can't buy that type of shit. You know, you damn sure can't train it. You know, you can't train what that dude was doing. And I'm a guy who believes you can build some power. I'm a guy who believes you can learn a bunch of shit, right? But you know, that fucking speed and accuracy and timing and shit, he just, you know, he moves with his heartbeat. So yeah, it was something to watch, man. And I see that generation, right, of guys who fell under him. It's kind of like the generation just before me. You can't tell them nothing about Ali, right? Ali is the greatest thing. It don't matter who you talk about is heavyweight. Is Ali. They ain't even gonna listen to you. You right? And then the same thing with y'all. I think each era has their guys they feel is the best and can't nobody fool with them. But I'll go ahead and agree that Roy Jones is one of a kind as far as why he was great and why he was able to do the things he did. He was just a gifted athlete, man. It's ridiculous how frustrating it must have been for people, you know, top people that can fight. World champions get in there and they can't put a fucking glove on. Had to be fucking frustrating.
So you're saying he's one of the greatest?
Oh, he's a great fighter. I don't gotta be a fan to tell you he's a great fighter. I can't stand Roy Jones. I hate Roy Jones like the fucking Lakers. I hate the motherfuckers. But he's great. He's fucking great. You'll never get me to lie about shit. That motherfucker there, man, he'll stick that head over there like that. By the time you try to hit him, whoop. Night. He was great, man. He won't beat my favorite fighters, but Nah. So what you think about now, Mike? Pound for pound, bro. Who you got, man? Who you looking at right now? Surely you watch boxing, right?
Yeah, right. Right now, with people fighting right now, who top
Yeah.
right now? Canelo.
Yeah. See, this kid knows boxing, man. I been trying to tell you, man. This dude knows what he's talking about.
I think, I reference back to what I said earlier. I think some fighters are just born in the perfect era. I think Canelo is one of those guys too. He was just born in the right era to do what he's doing. He got a perfect landscape. Mike? Who you got? Canelo or Canelo in a dream matchup? Canelo versus Roy.
Roy. Too fast for him. Too athletic for him.
Canelo and Roy Jones would never happen because Canelo's a little bit of guy, man. And Roy Jones, they would have never been at their peak. They would never be in the same level, man. And you know, that's what Roy Jones, bro, with that gifted athleticism, man. He's a live dog with whoever, because how you compete with that? You know, you got to fight such a principled fight, man, to keep up with him. Here's what I mean: when you look at opponents, when you look at them dream matches and shit, right? If you say, all right, this guy and this guy, right, and you could clearly say this guy is the better boxer, right? Well, Roy Jones beat people who was clearly the better boxer. They was better than him, but when they got in the ring with him, they fell hook, line, and sinker trying to keep up with him with his speed and trying to time him and shit, and you couldn't. So it's kind of like I said with the Ali thing, right? When you look at Ali, look how many fighters Ali beat that was better than him. Who? I know it's make believe that Ali was such a great pugilist. He didn't do shit right. Nothing was right. Head up, hands come back low, never threw a body shot, threw an uppercut, reaching for the ground and just pull straight back. So all those guys he fought was supposed to beat him, right? But they didn't. Same thing with Roy Jones, man. If you look, how the fuck could Roy Jones beat a prime James Toney? He can't, but he did. Yeah. He did like a motherfucker. So you sitting there going, man, this shit, how you get ready for this guy, man? How you get ready for this guy? That's the problem with that shit. So when you talking about Canelo and Roy Jones, who's the better fighter? It ain't even fucking close who's the more educated, proper, better fighter. But then what you do with fucking Roy Jones when he's standing right there, you throw 4 shots and you miss him every time and he hits you all night long. I think in the end when Canelo's finished, man, he's probably gonna have to match him with like junior middleweights and shit for his size to see who would be the best. Roy Jones was a true, what would you say, a true super middleweight, light heavy. What did he do the most at? Middleweight or light heavy?
Middleweight.
Yeah, super middle. 168 probably. Yeah,
I think when it's all over, and again, I mean, I guess you could compare him at every weight he competed at, man. But he was a big guy. Although I think he's like 5'10", 5'11", but he was a big guy. He wasn't no little guy. He wasn't no welterweight.
Yeah, he was 5'11".
Yeah, man.
What do you think about? What do you think about Charlo? Yesterday, Charlo said he'd offer De La Hoya a title shot.
He offered what?
He offered De La Hoya a title shot.
Him and Oscar?
Yeah.
He said that. I didn't know he said that.
What do you like watching right now?
I watch Canelo, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence.
What do you think about our guy Earl?
What I think about him?
Yeah, you think he's gonna make it back from the accident?
Yeah, I hope so. He should. Yeah, I hope so. He got a good trainer too. So.
Yeah, he's got a hell of a trainer, huh?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think he gonna bounce back. I hope he bounce back. I hope he fight Keith Thurman. I don't like Keith Thurman.
You don't like Keith?
I don't like Keith Thurman.
He's hard to like, huh?
He what?
For some reason, I don't know why. He's hard to like.
Oh, hard to like. Yeah.
And he don't seem like a bad guy. He just, I don't know. He's not personable or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Who do you like in your division? Who you got your eyes on? Who's someone you want to you see yourself under the spotlight with?
They got some little dude named what's his name? I think his name Ray Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
I think he with Eddie Hearn. He decent, but he the champ right now.
Huh.
I get at him.
Wait a minute, is that dude? Is that the dude that switches back and forth? Who am I thinking about, man? They got a Hispanic kid, and he'll switch up. He'll switch southpaw, right-handed. Damn, who am I thinking about, man? And I think he fights with his own. I don't recognize Martinez yet. Is he any good? Or I mean, what's his strong suit? You ain't tripping. Huh?
Yeah, I ain't tripping on nothing really. Yeah.
Where you see yourself competing as a pro, man? Featherweight?
118.
118.
118, 122. Wherever opportunity come up, if some come at 18, I got the proper time to.
You still making all them weights pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I got 18 would be good. 22. That's why I was normally fighting at anyway. 123 in the amateur. So 22 and 18. Whenever opportunity come, I take either off. No matter.
Yeah, and you probably end up at feather before it's over, huh? How big you think you'll end up?
I'm gonna touch probably 30, 35.
Yeah, lightweight. Yeah, man. That's always good boxing too, right there, man.
Yeah.
Educated and buzzsaw them boys to fight, man. So you say your top, man. I was looking at, that damn Bud, man. I was watching him yesterday, watching a few fights, a few highlights. That's an educated fucking fighter, man. That dude's good, bro. That dude's a fucking problem, man. And I know we want to see all these guys fighting each other, right? And man, that Bud, he's something, bro. I don't know how you high on him too, huh?
Oh yeah, I would pound for pound list. I have him. He like number 2, number 3.
Yeah, man. That dude's bad, bro.
Yeah.
That dude is bad, man. I'm a Earl fan too, man. I hope he bounces back from that accident. I mean, I know they saying the coach is playing everything's back to normal and shit, but man, that wreck was horrible, man. That video I seen, man, that's horrible, man. And I'm glad to see every time they ask him about it, he says God must have, yeah, he knows how bad it is too, That's a wake up call for your ass, man.
Go ahead.
I was saying them two, Errol Spence and Crawford. That's who I really want to see right there. That'd be something good to watch.
Are you excited about this Lomachenko and Lopez or what? What you think about those guys?
Yeah, that's two good fighters. Lopez, I like that he took that because people probably look at him as an underdog for sure with Lomachenko.
Right.
But I like the fact that he like, what's up? Let's get it. So
I like that kid, man.
Yeah,
I like him. Yeah. I don't. And he's a dog. He's in that fight too. He's a live dog in that fight, man. So
yeah,
it seemed like a lot of people kind of, maybe it's just Lomachenko fans, but and I ain't shitting on Lomachenko. He's great too, and very educated and all that shit. But man, if that Lopez hits you on the button, bro, that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Yeah. What's that fight? September 19th?
Is it?
That one. Yeah, September 19th.
They planning that one far enough away to say, hey, we don't figure some shit out.
Yeah, make that happen. Mm-hmm. With boxing being the way that it is right now, I mean, everything's sort of, going touch and go and slow down. How have you been keeping yourself busy? Well, how's your daily training looking like?
Man, I train every day. I might take a day or two off in a week to give my body some rest, but it's just been learning and doing certain things that I'm not really rushed to hurry up and do something. Like I got a fight coming up, so I'm just taking my time, being patient and just learning.
Do you watch a lot of film? Do you watch a lot of boxing? Old fighters or present fighters?
I watch a good bit of both mixed stuff. I got my set of fighters who I like to watch.
That's hey man, give me your scoop on Deontay Wilder and Fury, man. First of all, can you believe how big the conspiracies are? And second of all, I don't know, maybe you a conspiracy dude, bro. But can you believe this shit or what? What you think?
The glove game.
What you talking about with the gloves?
Yeah.
I mean, on the video, the gloves look weird. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it is. This is what I see. It look weird. I don't think he cheated, but the gloves do look weird. I don't know.
You think the gimp suit got him or what? What you think?
Man, I don't know.
This is my thing, man, with Wilder, bro. It's a letdown because it's like, how do we, how does the American fighter go back to the gym and fix the shit in order to fucking win, bro? If you ain't accepting that you just got beat up, man, you got to accept that you got beat up and it changed the outcome in order to change the outcome. And it seems like every fucking thing is the problem except that you can't fucking handle this dude.
Yeah. And
that don't end well. That don't end well. And my thing is like, Andy Joshua took all that fucking ass whooping he got and took it right on the chin and see how he was able to work it out. Because me, they went at the gym and said, all right, this is what happened. A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
We got to fix this shit. And he went to the gym, lost weight, quit lifting them weights and shit, and got in there and stuck to his jab and won. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't like he fucking stood. You're not supposed to stand there with a dude who dropped you 17 times in fucking 7 rounds. Right. So it's like, I would have wanted to see Wilder say, you know what? That first fight, I won 2 rounds. I caught him. And this dude can't wash my ass in this one. So I was tripping, gaining weight and shit. I was tripping. And get back in the gym and fix whatever you can, best you can, because how do you come back from that shit, man? If you sitting here in denial of getting your ass whooped, man, that dude didn't get shit going in that rematch, bro. Nothing worked. Yeah. Nothing worked, bro. So it's like, man, and then as a trainer, I'm sitting there going, man, you ain't got nobody that gives a fuck about you, man. Ain't nobody saying, dude, champ, shut up. Come here, man. Good. He cheated. Good. Let's get him back since he cheated. Let's train and get ready to fight. It's like it's frustrating, man, to see that it don't seem to be. Of course I ain't there, but don't seem to be any adjustment or ain't nobody saying shit. Ain't nobody saying, yeah, man, this was the problem. They talking about everything but the boxing match, man. That's frustrating, bro. From the outside looking in, man.
Yeah, he gonna get if they fight again. Yeah. Tyson Fury gonna beat him again.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough, man.
Unless, I mean, of course, Deontay Wilder catch him, and then it's another. But
outside of that, right? Outside of
lose for sure, you gonna lose a boxing match.
Outside of just closing your eyes and swinging for the fence, and something, man,
ain't nothing gonna happen for him.
Yeah, man, it's gonna get rough, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's a fighter. And I ain't talking about just getting clipped. Any fighter can just get clipped, right? It happens. It's a fist fight. But when you get your ass beat, right? Like you get beat up.
Embarrassed.
Yeah, embarrassed and all that shit. It's the first time you get hit hard, and the next one with the same guy, it's just natural that your mind say, "Oh, what the fuck was that? Uh-oh, am I hurt?" You know what I'm saying? You just automatically. It's almost like a shell shock, man. So I want Wilder to fucking make some adjustments and learn, but you gotta accept the fact of what happened, man. You gotta accept that shit. And it don't seem like they accepted nothing, bro. Nothing. Shit's crazy, man.
And they set the fight in December, huh?
Oh, they set a fight?
I believe
they're targeting for December 19th. We'll see if it happens. It's my opinion that Wilder needs to take the money to move aside and go fight a couple tune-up fights, and then
You know what?
Like that Fury.
You know what? That would show some thinking. That would show some fucking reasoning. That would show he got a corner or somebody saying, champ, take this free $4-5 million and let's get ready for this dude.
It was up to 8 million, wasn't it?
So and I ain't gonna lie, after ass whooping like that, see that first fight was an ass whooping, but it was outclass. It was an outclassing thing. The second fight was brutal. Champ, let's see if you even want to fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get another fight. Get in there, shake some rust on, and then let's build back and get back up here, man, and learn how to set this right hand up instead of just swinging that bitch. But I don't see none of that thinking, right? I remember
they pride in a way.
Yeah.
All it is.
And Clarissa told me, she was like, yeah, but she said, Coach, but when you're a world champion like that and you lose, you want to get back in the ring. I get that. Mm-hmm. That's pride too, though. That's pride too, because just because you want to do that, don't mean you should do that. Because that may be your very last payday right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a wrap. Because I don't know if everybody who's buying into all these excuses and shit, I don't know that they realize just how rough that fight was, bro. That shit was rough, man. I watching on TV, Mike. I think how many went? 7, 6 or 7 rounds?
6 or 7. I think it did 6. It went 6.
7.
Dude, I distinctly remember 2 rounds before that fight stopped. I said, "What the fuck y'all letting this dude keep fighting for? Yeah. Somebody do something. Get involved. You know what I'm saying?" And they wasn't getting involved. Mm-hmm. Now, in hindsight, you find out that Mark was telling the white guy, "Hey man, pull the plug," right? Mm-hmm. He's the fighter. He knows. He's been in that shoes. You know what I'm saying? Let's pull the plug. And this dude wasn't pulling the plug, man. Till Mark, I think when Mark threw the towel, they was mad at him for throwing it. I thought he threw the motherfucker late. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he should have threw it sooner. But that talk about pride, bro. That pride to get your ass stomped, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how that shit's gonna go, man.
Then we got Fury talking about he's only gonna give us about 3 more fights. So you got the rematch with with Wilder, and then I think Fury and Joshua are agreeing to 2 fights in 2021. Who you like in that matchup, Mike?
I think Fury the best heavyweight. He the best boxer. Yeah. I don't really care for Anthony Joshua. He just big. He got decent boxing skills, but Tyson Fury for sure. He outclassed him too. He's smarter. He uses a big dude that move like that. He uses feints. He uses jab. He got it all.
That shit's rough, huh?
Big old dude like that, boy be that nigga.
I can't imagine, bro. I can't imagine. 6'9". Yeah. Oh my god, bro. And this dude's going backwards, forward, side to side,
moving like a walker.
Yeah, bro, that shit's rough, man.
Yeah,
that shit's rough.
What do you think about Hopkins picking Joshua in that matchup, Coach?
I think X is a promoter, man. X Ben took off his boxer hat, bro. X said some outlandish shit that 10 years ago you'd have never heard out of his fucking mouth. But that's his job. That's his job, promoting that shit. Listen, man, I think Anthony Joshua, you couldn't have invented a better heavyweight champion, look wise, how he carries himself. He's just English, so that's a little throw off for us. But if you don't look at those, if you don't look at the heavyweight championship as an American thing, right? Like we all do, like bring them fucking titles home. But the truth is, Anthony Joshua seems to be, hell, I even see him getting involved in the law enforcement problem and shit, man. I'm like, this fucking dude, bro, is great, except the boxing ability, man, is like
the wrong sport.
It's definitely taught. It's definitely the style he was taught to fight, right? And so people, how can you say something? The motherfucker became a unified heavyweight champion of the world, all right? How you gonna tell him How you gonna tell him it ain't like he can't fight? Then to get, he gotta ask what the right, and to make the adjustments and come back and do his thing. I mean, what's not to like about this dude? But as boxing people, right? As a trainer, as a fighter, as a manager, we all looking at it from the aspect of, can he whoop that giant fucking Irishman? Nah, he can't. That ain't going, unless like we said, he catches one of those ones from left field, because you're a heavyweight, anybody could get him. But I'm not a fan of Anthony Joshua's boxing either, bro. Yeah. It's just like he's a great role model. He should be the heavyweight champ, but not if you can't beat all the heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I said this the other day, Mike. I said, the thing about Wilder is this, and I've never been a Wilder fan. I've never rooted for him other than that he was our heavyweight, right? American. Yeah. That's the only reason. But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I said, man, Deontay Wilder. Here's another thing that's amazing about this guy. This fucking guy went on a 45 fight tab. And every fight, he couldn't fight in none of those fights. He couldn't fight in none of those fights, bro. And I'm like, I was watching a fight the other day. Showtime was showing, I guess, the Deontay Wilder fest or something. Had like 3 or 4 fights on. And that motherfucker sit there putting his glove on his hand the whole time. And I'm like, hit him. So as he do this, punch the fuck out of him. I'm like, and all these guys who could box a little bit that he fought, not saying he fought a who's who, but some of those guys could fight. They was boxers. They couldn't take advantage of that. That guy hit so fucking hard that it keeps you, I see what I should do, but fuck that. Yeah. Fuck that. It's amazing, bro. I think everybody around Wilder, promoters, management, everything. Everybody around Wilder should get a fucking Millennium Award or something for getting that dude that fucking fought. And just on that right hand, bro. On that right hand, that's it. That's impressive in itself, man. That you whooping dudes that's better than you. But all you got to do, like you said, was land that shot and damn near every time you land that shot. That's something. That's fucking wild, man. That's real wild. Cause Mike, if you was 6'5", I'm sure you would have had no problem saying, "Oh yeah, land that one." Because stay inside them windmills, bro, you'll be all right.
Yeah, you'd be straight. Yeah.
I don't think Wilder's going. Wilder's not Wilder. Fury's Irish, man. That shit talking, it comes from Ireland, bro. You know the word limerick, that's a rhyme. That's from Ireland, man. He just talking shit. I'ma only be around for three more fights. Get the fuck out of here, man. Here's another 100 million, man. I'm gonna be around for 3 more fights. I'm gonna be around for 5 more fights now. Yeah, man. He gonna keep coming as long as their money's right, bro.
Man, well, we need to get this shit right, man. Get past this COVID and get back to boxing, man, because we need to see some of these fights, man. I want to see that Romo fight versus Lopez. I want to go ahead and get the Wilder fight versus Fury, so he can go on to AJ. I'm ready to see Terrence back in action. I want to see Spence back in action. What we're gonna do with Canelo, man? Have we figured out an opponent for him yet?
I seen another name just now. They talking another name. Who was it?
I don't know. They talking about he's gonna be a big name.
The problem with Canelo fight right now is Canelo's the lottery ticket guy, but not without a gate. You need a gate, man. He's got to get paid. They got to be able to pay for him and pay the opponent their lottery ticket. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a guy his $10 million to get in there with the best guy in boxing, man. And how you do that without the 15,000 in Vegas, let alone when Canelo could do 60,000 at the Alamo Dome, or you put him somewhere in Texas and he'll sell out a big fucking football stadium. You know what I'm saying? How do you pay them guys? You can't. That's really a money thing right there. How do you pay these guys? Because
You talking about?
Granted, a lot of these so-called I want to fight Canelo guys really don't. They're not really trying to fight that dude, man. They don't offer buku people fights, and it always ends up a money thing. People don't understand. Ducking fights is an art form. There's plenty of ways to duck fights, man. You go tell your doctor you need an X-ray of a torn fucking ACL from somebody.
What about that?
Costs $100, man.
Are you talking about? Yeah. Are you talking about that Irish guy, Jason Quigley? That's what we were talking about a couple of days ago.
Oh shit!
His opponent for Canelo, but that shit.
I don't know, but I see not that guy, but I was seeing another name because they was talking up that Frenchman from Canada, and then I heard another name since then. I don't know, man. I don't know. Canelo's fucking with Wade and all that shit, man. He's gonna run into a problem sooner or later. They'll match him with the wrong guy, and then you'll see why we got weight classes for real. And that's a dangerous thing, man. Canelo's 5 foot nothing, man. That dude ain't a big dude, bro. And he's purely beating these big guys off ability. That's all. He's taking it. He's taking their advantage from him. So
his last opponents. These are the last opponents he's beat: Kovalev, Jacobs, Rocky Fielding, Triple G, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., Leno Smith, Amir Khan, Miguel Cotto, James.
You can keep going 10 years, bro, before you run out of names. Keep going, man.
Laura.
Canelo fought Sugar Shane 10 years ago, bro. If you're not a Canelo fan, it's because he hurts your sensibilities because you just don't want to root. That's all. That fucking dude been whooping people for so long, it's ridiculous. And is he 30 yet?
Young. The motherfucker's 30 years old. And you know what? Go ahead and let's go ahead and wish him a happy birthday. It was his birthday yesterday.
How old was it? How old did he make?
He's 30.
That's a young. That dude been whooping world champions for a long fucking time, bro. And he's only 30 years old, man.
Hey,
people ought to enjoy that kid like you got him, man.
Laura gave him the work though.
Yeah, Laura did.
Yeah, I think he lost to Laura.
Yeah, that's a.
Well, you know what? I watched that fight the other day because we talked about this last week where Golden Boy put out that fight, and I thought it was kind of a shade because almost insinuating that he lost that fight. But I watched that fight. It was close, but I think Canelo still clearly beat Laura. Even though there were rounds and there were, you put a highlight film together. You can make Laura look good in that fight, but Canelo clearly won that fight. In my opinion, clearly won that fight.
Who y'all want to see that boy fight, man?
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I want to see him fight. I want to see him fight Charlo. I think he'll beat Charlo. I want to see him fight Charlo. Who else?
Who else they got? That's
he got plenty of
competing right now at that weight class.
That's a good question. What weight class you want to see him compete at?
Yeah, Coach Jaime asked that question just too. What weight class would he fight in?
I don't think the kid should be bigger than the middleweight, but once you let yourself go all the way to 75, who the fuck knows, man? Who the fuck knows how much that'll get you if you come back down? I don't know, man. He's almost like a nomad. Like, let's go wherever the fucking weight is, where the best money is. But what you gonna do? Because he's still, like I said, man, he's still a little undersized guy, bro. At all those, Canelo is a little bitty fucking middleweight, bro. A little bitty middleweight. So going up to 68 and 75 and all that shit's fucking insane, bro. That's insane, man. Because as sooner or later, you gonna run into, like I'm saying, you gonna run into a guy that's you gonna be like, fuck, I can't get this dude off me, right? And that's because why we got weight classes, man. I think between the 54s, who's gonna come up right to middleweight, man. 54 is one of the best divisions in boxing. Most educated, most skilled fighters, and the middleweight you know what I'm saying, the middleweights out there, man, you got all kind of fights Canelo can still do, bro. It's
I think at this stage, I think I would have him fight Triple G just to finish the trilogy, finish that off, beat him, make that money, go fight Charlo at 154 or 160, and then go hit Caleb Smith, go hit Benavidez.
Oh, yeah. They up and coming right there. I like
between Plant, Benavidez, Caleb Smith, Billy Joe, Charlo, Big Charlo. Man, there's all kind of fights, man, to be made. There's all kind of fucking fights to be made. So,
Munya, that's another fight you can fight.
You know, at being a Houston, we all Houston boys, man. I'm sure we want the Houston guy to get his shot. You know, let them fight.
Yeah.
You know, why that fight ain't been made? I don't know. Who them guys having? Who
Charlo?
Yeah, who's Big Charlo beat?
De La Hoya said they offered him $30 million to fight him, and they turned it down.
I'm privy to that too. I got it from a good source that Big Charlo was offered a bunch of money. I ain't hear 30 million, but bunch of money, and they said it wasn't the right money or whatever. But whatever you got to do to take the fight, man. I know them Charlos ain't afraid of Canelo or nothing like that. It ain't about that. But you know, why not make that fight, man? I tell you, bro. I'm a David Benavidez fan too, bro. And I want David Benavidez to whoop what's the white boy from Tennessee? I want them to hash out their shit. Go ahead and fight before Canelo gets involved. Huh? I'm not a fan.
Why not?
And he can box. If you ask me, could he fight? Yeah, he can fight.
Well, outside the ring, that's why you don't like him. His outside the ring stuff.
No. I don't know the guy, so I don't know that. It's just I'm not. He can box, but I'm not a fan of his boxing. I should say, like he's an educated fighter. Like David Benavidez is more educated than what people think, but he's got that action, right? He's coming from a while, so he appeals to the boxing
young too, man. That motherfucker young, 23
he appeals to the boxing fan in me, Mike. Like I'm a fan of yours. Ever since I met you and watched you fight and sparred with us and shit, right? I can see the boxing, so I'm a fan of that. David Benavidez, I can see the box, but I can see the action. I'm a fan of that. Caleb Plant, I wasn't aware of him a lot till he won that title, and I felt like that boy was getting back in that fighting. If that boy didn't run out of rounds, he'd have got him. Yeah. But so and then like everybody, Caleb Plant, I just don't see. I don't see the appeal. But that's from a fan, from a fan's perspective. I'm a fan of the other guys. So what the fuck am I like? I want Canelo to do what Manny wants him to do. I want him to go beat the fuck out of Triple G in the third one because I don't like Triple G. Go whoop this fucking boring ass, man. Go whoop that dude's ass. Limited ass fighting motherfucker. Let's go get him. I think Triple G won that first fight, bro, without a doubt. I thought Canelo started fading and G took it maybe by a round, but I just think Canelo gassed in that fight. And then in the second one, it wasn't even competitive to me. But Triple G fans think he won that fight. I'm like, go figure. He's getting a catchback or something. What y'all doing, man?
I think it'd be good though. I think it'd be a good fight just for the action and just for the storyline. Triple G, Canelo.
Nah, we gonna retire his fucking ass. Nah, it ain't gonna be no good fight. We're gonna retire that motherfucker.
It'll be a good fight for the fans. I think the fans will love that fight.
Nah, y'all gonna cry and take Tylenol and shit up. We sending that bitch back to the mountain. That's what the fuck we gonna do.
It'd be a good fight for the fans, and it'd be a good payday for both fighters. And especially after this whole break, I think it'd be good. And then line up a fight against Carlo, and then go off into all the other opponents.
I bet y'all seen 10 or 11 of Triple G. I'm a fan of Triple G too. He's fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? He's coming forward. He's banging. I think he's done. I think he's pretty much done. So give that man that big fight with Canelo, you know, the 3-peat. Let him cash out. Why not? He's got a fan base. You know, he got people that want to see him too. So I'm for all the fighters making money. I don't give a fuck if I like you, a fan of you or not, man. This is a hard ass road to hoe, man. So if them boys can make some millions, man. But yeah, Canelo got all kind of fucking fights, man. They just need to make them. But Mike, for 10 years, bro, this dude been whooping everybody or fighting everybody they wanted him to fight, and it's never enough. He fights a guy. Well, he needs to fight this guy. He needs to fight that. Well, fuck, you never gonna stop, bro, because the issue ain't who he's fighting. That ain't the problem with him. That if you don't like the kid, it has nothing to do with who he's fighting, man. And I think Canelo done, since he's the face, like they say, right? He's taking that on too. He's like, fuck y'all. Whoever I fight, y'all ain't gonna kill anyway. So make sure I maximize my dollars for who I'm fighting.
He's definitely the face of boxing, and he's definitely the face of boxing, and he definitely deserves it 1,000%. But
What'd you say, Mike?
I was just saying, like Floyd was doing, no matter who he fought, somebody always had an excuse. He was beating up everybody easy.
Dude, I watched Floyd Mayweather whooping world champions, bro, since he had like 15 fights. I watched him constantly. And there was a time when Floyd wasn't always picked. He wasn't the guy who was supposed to win those fights early on. And he just would dominate. Now, even I got ran off at some point from being a Floyd fan because of the outside the ring shit and who the persona he chose to present. Whether or not he was that or not, he probably wasn't, because everybody I know that knows him says he's a great fucking guy, helps so many people and shit. So, but that persona kind of ran me off. You know what I'm saying? The gloating and shit.
Yeah.
But Lil Floyd was whooping every fucking body, bro, all the top fighters, and it was never enough. So, right, that don't be people's problems. It ain't got shit to do with their boxing. I was at, check this out, man. On a fucking Facebook thing, the dude said, "Who's the greatest female?" Everybody went out saying they're female. I happen to think
Larissa, right?
Well, this, and I told Clarissa this. I happen to think, from my coach's perspective, that Lucille Riker was the greatest female fighter I had seen, right? But it's really an eye test, because she didn't even fight Christy Martin when they was trying to get that fight made in the 90s. But I clearly tell everybody, Clarissa Shields, whether or not you want to call her the GOAT or whatever, she's gonna be that, and that's what she's gonna be, because she's that fucking good. And what she's accomplished with 2 gold medals in the Olympics, all those different games, and in 10 fights, 9 world championships, 3 weight divisions. And guess what? I got news for people, bro. Girls can fight now. Girl, there is competition. Hannah Gabriel's, Hammer, what's that last girl she beat? These girls are world champion fighters, right? Look at your teammate, Marlene.
Mm-hmm.
Marlene's great. She's a great fighter. And Marlene's in a fucking competitive division. Look at all these girls that can really fight.
Yeah.
And she dropped that fight against us. Sanisa's bad, bro. So the gals today, the competition's deeper than it ever fucking been, bro. These gals can fight, man. So I'm sitting there going, all these names y'all saying, and ain't nobody saying Clarissa Shields. Y'all fucking, are y'all boxing people? Or you're not boxing people? And a lady I know came on there and said, "Coach, it ain't about if she accomplished all those things and how great she is. It's the outside the ring." I said, "Well, that ain't what the fuck we talking about."
Yeah.
They said, "Who is the greatest fucking woman boxer?" And guess what? You could deny water's wet too. Don't make you right. Makes you fucking ignorant. That's that I get, because I just not say, you say, why I don't like plant. Well, it just don't appeal to me. That's all. It's not That he did. I don't know the guy. He may be a great guy. So, but when you ask who's the best woman fighter, and you got a gang of motherfuckers and nobody even mentioning, you're not even mentioning Clarissa Shields, your opinion no longer valid, bro. That's what I'm saying. That shit's no longer valid. That shit's ridiculous, man. I just told you guys live on World Wide Web, I couldn't stand Roy Jones. And then I just said how great he was, right?
Mm.
I don't gotta fucking like him just because of how great he is. That's what kills me, and that's what separates boxing people from fans, bro.
Mm.
I always say that. I said, fucking fans, man. The fans, you need fans. You need them to buy the pay-per-views, the tickets, but the fans, bro, are something else, man, because they don't really get the boxing, man. They don't understand how it works, what's what, who's who, and I really do think the average fan looks at their favorite fighter as a brand, a team, right? Like if you're a Houston Texans guy, like if you're a Saints guy, right? I'm not a football fan, I'm a Saints fan. So that's my fucking squad. It don't matter if we were sorry and wearing bags in the 80s or when we got a little good and just couldn't beat the 49. I'm a Saints fan. And that's what dudes do with boxing, bro. They latch on to a guy as if he's a team. And everybody else don't count. That's just ridiculous, man. That ain't how boxing works at all, man. We ain't a fucking team. We contractors.
Yeah.
You got to be able to understand who's who, man. And that's just I get that, bro. And I don't get frustrated. I just laugh about it because look at it. People in the fights, man, they'll figure how the fuck can a motherfucker sit there and shit on Floyd Mayweather Jr., bro? How? This is the greatest fucking fighter since in the last fucking 25 years, bro. And I've heard people fix their mouth and say he never fought nobody. Oh, you guys fucking mind, bro? Oh, you retarded. But and that's not me saying, and I'm not the biggest fucking Floyd fan, but I know boxing. It's ridiculous to me, man. And that's what they be doing, Canelo, bro, trying to shit on that young boy, man. And he's constantly dominating, constantly up in his game. Tell me the last fighter you've seen, truthfully, and you two guys boxing lives. What's the last fighter y'all seen who consistently, win, lose, or draw, got better every fucking time you see it? That ain't supposed to do that, bro. You ain't supposed to be able to do that. You're supposed to peak out, and once your peak starts sliding, that's a wrap. This fucking kid gets better. Now, he'll peak out sooner or later. Just because age will catch you. But you should enjoy the ride, man. You should enjoy the fucking ride, bro. These dudes, and I'm gonna tell you something else, Mike. Clarissa Shields ain't peak yet, son.
Yeah.
At all. At all. She ain't even found a groove yet, bro. Yeah. Wait till she finds a fucking groove. You think they mad now?
Yeah.
Give me 5 more years. That fucking girl's getting better and better. She's settling down. She's getting further and further away from that amateur style of boxing, which she got adjust to. And I think the girls rounds 2 minutes is a shortcoming. I think they should fight 3 minutes, and that'll play a part. And guys getting on board with the girls, seeing them on knocks and shit. All that shit will play a part, man. We'll see it, bro.
Well, she's got time on her side. She's only 25 years old. And then Canelo, too, he's young, too, 30. He's still got a couple more years to do what he's got to do.
Yeah, man.
All right, Mike. Man, well, we appreciate you coming on. We want to give a shout out to our sponsors. What else, man?
Mike, when you do set up, bro, and like I said, I talked to you, coach, so I'm sure I'll know it. But when you do set up your fights, man, your debut and shit, bro, we're gonna promote it, man. Let's do another episode and promote the fight, man, and get everybody on board, bro. I know you was from the city, man, but I didn't know it from born in my fucking backyard. That's yeah, so I'm all of it, man. I gotta quit. I gotta find some of you motherfuckers I don't like, man. so we can get some controversy going, man. Everybody we interview, I end up on the team.
Yeah.
I want to roll everybody, bro. So y'all get straight, man. After all this mess, hopefully, what's the tentative y'all thinking next year, right? Beginning of the year, maybe, or y'all shooting for the end of the year?
I mean, we shooting for some. You talking about me fighting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as possible.
Get lined up.
Get it lined up. Like I said, we got a couple different offers. We not rushing anything because, of course, not too much happening right now. So if some could possibly come up in a later month, so we're not rushing with anything. But I mean, if the right thing come up, then we gonna take it. Like I said, I stay in the gym, so I'm always ready.
Just so everybody knows, Mike being an amateur, and y'all heard his weight class. I reached out to this young man to come help me with my junior middleweight pro for his fight that got canceled because of the COVID, but we had to get prepared for the ABO junior welterweight championship. I called Mike. He was like, "Coach, no problem, man. When you want me to come?" And he came right over here and did his thing too. And did just what the fuck I needed him to do. And I appreciate you, son. It wasn't hard to do at all, man. I appreciate that, bro. So when the fight does get set, you know,
let us know.
And I'll be there, bro. If there's any way I can get to, I'll be there, bro. Root you on, man. Absolutely.
Sure.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate everyone tuning in. Facebook, YouTube. For all of y'all listening on the audio, please go to our YouTube channel at Soapboxing Podcast. Subscribe. Check out all the latest episodes, past episodes, future episodes. Check out everything that we put out on there. And we'll catch y'all next week, man. That's a wrap.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, Mike.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Thank y'all.
Talk soon. All right, man. We'll holler at y'all.